Good morning, good day, good night, good evening, good afternoon to all Tibetians around the globe. The time is 1:20 or 20 minutes past 1 a.m. South African time. And it's good morning again from South Africa. The day today is the 22nd day of the 6th month 2018. Okay, it's good to see all of you again. I know by this time I'm not available online, but it happened that today I'm still up, busy with the Lord. It's so hectic, busy schedule. But I said, since I did not live stream today at 16 hours, 7 a.m. Pacific time, let me show up only for few minutes, sorry, just to share something again as usual. Though today I may not refer to the blog. I know most of you, whenever they see this face thinking about the blog, I know many people, they are still skeptical about the blog. Whenever they think about the blog or whenever they see the blog or anything from the blog, wow, they see this huge monster who's going to devour them. So there's nothing bad in the blog, but in order for us to add more understanding or knowledge, we have to visit the blog. Remember, in the olden days when I was still at school, my teachers used to say, we will know as soon as you did not do something from your syllabus. But I didn't understand how are they going to, or how were they going to see that. But they forever encouraged us to go through the syllabus of the day and prepare the next chapters for the next day, but we didn't understand all those things up until someone explained that thoroughly to each and every one of us. And I remember also when I was in my mid-40s, I went back to the college again just to advance my architectural level. I was also doing interior design by then. I was still on the diploma phase. So when they request me to do more of the practicals, especially on the softwares, I said, okay, I'll do it. And then the next day, the lecturer, he will say to me, okay, since we've requested you guys to go and do a certain exercise, now they won't ask the class to go through it with them, okay? They will just give us an assignment for a couple of minutes, and then they'll say, okay, do this for us. Just a simple sketch. When you look at it, of course, it was simple by then. But when it comes to practicals, it was challenging. Now, my lecturer, he was another kind of a person who who didn't expose you in front of other students, he will come to you private, whispering, as if he's just helping you, and say to you, you didn't do your practice last night. Then I say, ish, yeah, you're right. Now I understand why you said to me I should do these practicals. But I promise this time I'm going to do that, because this is really, this is not right. So I'll put everything in practice. He said, do it, because if you don't do it, I told you that I will see you. I said, okay, say I will do that. Then from that day onwards, I started with my practicals. To this day, I still enjoy what I'm doing. And the only thing that I needed, I just wanted someone to come and say, well done. If you didn't do your practicals, I will see you. So I wanted that. That is why I'm still doing, though not much like in the past, but I do cater for potential clients, and some of them, they are currently TBC members. Our deals are conducted in a 50% TBC, also 50% cash. But if the project is huge, as soon as it involves more of the 3D designs and etc., that's where we go up to 70%, because there's more work to be done there. So coming back to what I've started sharing with you today, is that if we don't familiarize ourselves with the block, there's gonna be a problem. And you will see when someone asks a question about something, but the primary question today, we know it's about cashing out. They don't ask about these other things. So you will see, oh, this one doesn't visit the education. This person is only looking for one answer, and that's it. If that answer is not answered, then to them, the whole system is not good. I also had some messages from Facebook today, but private. I think the person was from my country. The opening discussion yesterday, very, very early in the morning, was that, hi, when am I going to exchange or sell my coins from the wallet? Because whenever I see them, I just don't understand whether TBC is real or not. Then I followed up with a question. I said, okay, I understand your question. Before you joined TBC, how are you surviving? The person started using wrong speech. Some, they say abusive speech. Then the person started saying, don't give me that bullshit. Just give me an answer. Are we going to sit another 20 years with this TBC? I said, wow. And it was still early. So I picked up that, oh, today someone fell off from the bed with a bad mood, Then I didn't answer the second one. I said, what you're asking me, it's personal. Currently, we have a bigger number within the TBC community. So the same question that you're asking, it looks like the entire membership of TBC is waiting for it. But there are some steps to be followed. But the way you have approached me, it really shows that you never understood TBC at all. That is why you attacked me. Then from there, I said, but anyway, thank you for everything. Then I switched off. I blocked the person. There are other things that this person wrote during our conversation. So I also reported the person to Facebook. So what I'm saying is that some people, they haven't learned that if they have their own frustrations or financial constraints, they don't have to take those things up with someone. They themselves must deal with those situations. What is actually uniting us within the TBC community, it's the abundance. But personal things, feelings, and etc., that it's not our business, But if someone has a manner of approach, let's say, for instance, we had our fellow TBCians who were ill in a couple of weeks back. They didn't feel well, some, things like that. That we understand. Everyone can be ill. You can have flu. Anything can happen, or death in the family, or something accident. We consider those, okay? But those financial problems, someone today, when he wakes up, he was in a bad mood, and now we as TBCians, we have to bow down. No, that's not going to happen. So personal things, we can't discuss them on social media or social sites or live stream broadcasting. So this person, it really shows that he or she did not go through the blog or what is being forwarded to the education blog. So the subject currently, we're still on the education blog, that some people, they're trying to cut corners. They don't love to read from the blog. It's like there's a monster there, But anyway, let's come to this one now. I have another thing that I wanted us to share. If you have some contributions on that, it's fine. We can share that. Though I mentioned that I will try to stick on a half an hour. If it's more, then I'll add extra 5 minutes, because it's morning in South Africa currently. So I was held up with so many things. That is why I'm still up. We are divided in two groups. Okay, we have the first group, which is the first group, the one that says, okay, when they plant their seeds, okay, at a lower, okay, let's say when they plant their seeds, okay, and then they expect those seeds to mature in in a short space of time, okay, and if those seeds does not mature, okay, then to them, those seeds are not the right seeds at all, okay? And then we have the second group that says, I'm going to plant these seeds because I understand that they will require 1, 2, and 3 in order for them to mature. Okay. And then it's similar to the article that admin forwarded to us about the immature apple tree and the mature apple tree. Okay. So it was explained that in order for that tree to mature, what was supposed to be done. Okay, so now coming back to seeds. Okay, during the whole process, there's an important thing that is being required, something called patience. Okay. Also, in the apple tree, patience. In order for the child to be born, patience. Marriage, patience. Affair, everything. Invention, patience. We got that, right? Yeah. So, as soon as one loses the grip on that requirement, patience, then you're going to lose it all. Because I still believe that if someone does not have that requirement, patience, that person has a lot to go through. Because most of the people who are impatient, they enjoy another thing called greed. Okay, it's all about them. Whatever happens to the next person, it's none of their business. Okay. Should it happen that you come across a situation with that kind of a person, maybe on the boat, if it happens that the boat gets involved in an accident or in a flight or wherever, they won't be in a position to help the next person so that both of them can help the rest of the people or communities. We had such likes within our communities now lately when we go through the live stream playback videos and some articles from the blog. There's a primary question. These ones, they also feature on that primary question. Cashing out, it's one of them. TBC, it's forever changing things, bringing new things, buying time. It's been 2 years now, and like today, from 2 years, it's going to be 20 years. I just laughed. So things like that, because they lack patience. Now, if you can request them to forward us a testimony of something, if the person is 40 years or 47 years old or 50 years old and say, oh, you are now 47 years old or 50 years old, let us go back and see with that attitude of not having this requirement, what did you achieve or what have you accumulated or something like that. You will see that, hey, it has been age, in brackets, a trouble. Some of them you find them in these social sites, Facebook, Google, YouTube. They don't have anything to do, but they are very good in disrupting other people plans or things, So we are in two groups. Okay. So now, why I'm raising this, because I would love us to from where we are, let's say from the beginning, when this baby was launched, okay, to date. It has been a very long journey. We feel it, we know it, we see it, and we are certain where we are heading. There's no question or doubts about that. Those who have doubts, I've already mentioned that they fall on Group A this time, not B. Okay, we are on Group B. So if we managed to reach this day together, okay, it's a blessing, and not everyone can reach where we are. We all know that, and not just in TBC, also in Bitcoin. But you know what I like about Bitcoin is that when the creator introduced it, the creator already had a plan. Patience was one of the things that were involved when it was launched in 2009. Yes, we may say it was announced in 2008. Maybe it has been there some years, long way back before 2008. If you can do your research, you might find something in the 90s for sure. We'll discuss about that some other time. So that man, if it's a man or she or whoever, the creator of Bitcoin, knew that one day that invention will make a difference in all communities around the globe. So to explain that further, you already have answers. Okay. Now we have another cryptocurrency like the Billion coin. We are just another currency. So what transpired with Bitcoin that has made me and others and some of you to be positive about where we are from 2016, right? The creator of Bitcoin didn't know exactly when will that be, but because of it's a cryptocurrency and it was exchanged peer-to-peer, some 2009 late, some 2010 early, they gave their coins away. They sold them next to nothing. Okay, we know that. So the same thing that is happening with TBC. Some, they want to give away their wallets. It happened with Bitcoin. But today they regret. We know that. Now, why should we have a doubt and become so impatient with this golden wealth, 10 times more than the Bitcoin. But we still respect Bitcoin because it's the mother of all cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, every thing, or let's say every corporation's invention under the sun globally, one has to start somewhere, and it always starts with one person. Okay, one man will start the concept. Then from there, the concept will be taken to the second level, from second level, third level, like Bitcoin. Okay, now we have a golden one. We saw yesterday on the block, 500%. That is more than our standard 5% daily growth. So we still have those who are not certain about this system. Okay, woe to them, WE. Remember, we are still on the subject patience. Okay. We have seasons, right? One philosopher, also an inventor, the late, mentioned things like that. Let me check if I can share something with you here. Just a thing. I'm just trying to check something here. Okay, hold on. Just want to share something with you. Okay. Let's just check something here. I'm just looking for something here. Okay. Okay, let's check something here. I just wanted to show you what this philosopher quoted. Just battling with them. Okay, I can't retrieve that. Okay, anyway, I'll just quote what he said, though I'm currently having this, my desktop, it's full of things here. Okay, now, right. He mentioned something that in life we have seasons, okay? We have summer, winter, spring, and autumn, okay? And then as soon as we approach winter is not going to be there forever. It will pass. Then we'll go to another season, okay? Other lands, like in Southeast Asia, there are places where they don't have winter. It's only hot or very hot. Hot rains, that's it. So, but seasons, they're not there to stay forever. They will give another season a chance, and that one will pass like that. Okay. So I mentioned when you plant something, a seed, you have to allow that seed to, you have to nurture that seed, in order to mature, and then at a later stage you can harvest from that seed or tree. Okay. Now, the same examples that I'm sharing with you, and some of the things that I've discussed with you, I'm trying to broaden our understanding or the scope about TBC, that TBC, it's like that. It's like that seed. It's like a season. I've mentioned Bitcoin, that Bitcoin, it is also like a season, but I mean a seed, sorry. There were some seasons involved in order for Bitcoin to be where it is today. Okay, we don't know from here what's going to happen. It might sky high because the cabals currently are trying to regulate it. Okay, but it's not easy because what is going to happen with Bitcoin, it's not like fiat. As soon as they plan this, okay, when they apply those rules, and then in a crypto world, there'll be something else. They will advance more faster than the cabals. That's what I've picked up to this day. They're trying, but it's not easy to do that. Like I say, we will talk about the history of Bitcoin before 2008. That will be another subject. Then we can share some things there. So now, with TBC, we are still at a lower level. Okay. So we cannot expect to have a magic so that other individuals can benefit at the end of the day. What about the entire community of TBC, not just in my country? If you go to members or membership, you will see how many countries are in there. It looks like it's the entire world, right inside North Korea. Yesterday, yeah, we reached the 8th member. There were 7. Actually, it started with 4, now 8. But we have a community there, and that 8, it's going to make a very big difference. Hopefully, after what has been agreed between the US and North Korea, it might bring some good changes within that country, and then that number from 8 it will multiply. Okay, so now the bottom line is that we need patience within this community. Without patience, we're gonna get banned, because if we don't have that requirement, it's a requirement, then we won't reach success. And if you are used to something, to be impatient, it did not start with the billion coin. You came with it from somewhere. And if we can track down the history of each and every individual within this community, we might find different things. But we are not here for that. We are here for one mission. Okay, so it will apply since it has applied from 2016 to date, and from here we are advancing. Migration will be over. That requirement will still be there. Our internal revolution must guide us into things. Sometimes we don't need someone to come and tell us what to do or direct us. Our internal revolution has to guide us into things. Each and every human being has that will from the Creator, Jehovah, to discern between two things. But as soon as one makes his or her problems my problems or your problems, that person might be lost somewhere. So, in order for us to understand fully where we are heading, why we are in TBC, why is the admin doing what is doing currently, we have a blog where we can access that information, because live stream broadcasts or presentations or workshops cannot answer all of those questions. Okay. We are doing this today. We are here together. We are live streaming. We are making a difference because of the guide from the admin through the education. Without it, we can easily detect that or see that, no, this person is not clued up about what is happening. Looking at a person, thinking that the person is wise, understand. No, it's an opposite. Okay, you can replay the second live stream playback video about leads, part two of it. I made that last night. I was reading something from the blog about the umbrella that the admin has brought to each and every one of us. They mention about the leads, why they are leads, because from their side they can see that many of us require some attention. That is why they brought that umbrella of leads. Okay, and they allowed some of the broadcasters to revisit other offense and members, but people didn't get that one. So I had to clarify that, especially in South Africa and other countries as well. So what we see front to front, it's not what we can see in closed doors. Okay, it's different. You will see after the migration, there will be other queries. You'll only see when admin moves to the next level. That's where you'll realize that people are not following. People didn't follow the instructions. Okay. But lastly, I will request everyone and offense and all those who are still skeptical about our system to go back to the blog. Then when we move, we can move together with the same pace, with the same understanding, so that at the end of the day, we can all reach out. That's what the admin wants. He wants everyone to be in this abundance, no matter what. But somewhere, we don't have those powers to decide for individuals. But the only thing that we have is the love for this community, and whatever we do or whatever we give out for this community, we are doing it out of love. So the only way to be with us fully is to duplicate what you are doing. And live stream is another requirement. We cannot divert from that one. It is a requirement. We have to do it. Okay. Because what you are doing, it's the best solution for all mankind. Okay. Anyway, thanks for your attention, and let me go to talk chat. Okay. Hi, Brother Stephen. Thanks for being here. from United States. Oh, my brother David Jones. I saw a nice picture on the Facebook. I think you were playing Scrabble. I became so interested. I haven't been playing for almost a year. Maybe I might have forgotten something. I have to revisit that. Yeah, our brother from Caribbean, David Jones, for Friendly Marketing. And we have Bitcoin Scott. Hi, brother. Welcome again. And it's good to see all of you, my brothers and others who are not on the chat. I know there are some Tibetians who are watching currently. And thanks again. I'll be going off now. The time it's 2:01 a.m. It's morning in South Africa. And I'll be joining you again later. And thanks for your time. And I'm also looking forward to learn from you guys. I've learned a lot, especially Stephen, James, Stephen and David, yes, and also Bitcoin Scott. I'm learning because when you listen to different people, you learn different things. And then it's easy for you when you are under a confrontation of like what happened this morning. I said, oh, Bitcoin mentioned this. Okay, this is how we handle it. Oh, David once had this one. Oh, Stephen once mentioned this. So it's cool. And we must stick together and continue like this as a family. And thanks again, my brothers and everyone, sisters, and bye for now.